I'm so sorry. Someone keeps calling my phone. It was bigger than my situation. It was bigger. Um, but I'm here to say that Pieces of Joy is about pieces of you. Pieces of Joy is about getting to the joy of you. And especially women. We are more alike than different. And if we just could just love our own selves a little more, and we could just band together and expect more from, me personally, I want a chocolate black man. Now, that's not to say if God sent a Caucasian man my way, an Indian man, a Pakistani man, and if it's meant for me to be with them, I wouldn't be with them. No. My heart right now wants to be with Daryl. But the truth of the matter is that I may have to be out of Daryl's way so Daryl can find Daryl. Daryl is a wonderful guy. Don't let that smoking coke broke in the salon shit fool you. Don't you dare let it fool you. Daryl, if you were to ever hear me say anything, know this. You are bigger and better than your situation. I've spent quality time with you. I've peeped into your heart. Not only are you tall, handsome, and strong, and lovable, you are so much bigger than all that shit you did. Leave it behind you. Once we ask God to forgive us, He says that He throws our sins into the sea of forgetfulness. That they are no longer there. We hold ourselves hostage to it. I do it to myself. That's why I can see that you do it to yourself. But babe, you are so much bigger and better than all of that. Fuck that you broke in the salon. And if they don't never forgive you, it's not about them. They have to forgive for themselves. And trust and believe, people got their own issues. We don't know if they're over there drinking, smoking, doing whatever. It's just that you got high to the point that you broke in the salon. Okay? I remember smoking coke, and the guy up the street used to sell it. And I contemplated breaking into his house. Picture that. I went up the street and was smoking coke from maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 7 o'clock in the evening. And my kids were 5, 4, and 9 months in the house by themselves. I think people need to see what's in their own wallets, And more recently, with you breaking in the salon, I've discovered that there are friends of mine who have a past that they choose not to share with me that relates to our situation, and how I wish they would have been able to share that with me, because it would make me feel not so less than, not so some of the shame and guilt is lifted when you have people around you that can say, okay, and I'm just hypothetically saying this to you all. When I talk to women, if I can say, oh, I felt bad because I sucked somebody's dick and I didn't know who it was. And not that I did this, I'm giving you an example. And this is what I'm saying. My situation could have been a lot worse. But if I sucked a dick, I'm sorry for my language. Sometimes I just use it to be able to express myself. But if I could share with somebody that I sucked a dick for a dime of coke, and you could say, really, Joy, I sucked a dick for $2, then that sometimes can make a person feel like, whew, okay, I know where I belong. I'm not as bad as I think I am. That's why Joy, think that sometimes when we talk amongst each other, if you can relate to my story and you don't say anything, I think that that's stealing. That's just what I think. I don't have concrete evidence. It's not written in stone. There's no law that says that is stealing. That's just what I think. And I know that my thinking can be fucked up. But that's just what I think. I just know how it helps when you can share and relate and let people know, listen, you think your shit is fucked up. Let me tell you what happened to me. That helps people. So that's just what I do. Now listen, I'm in the car. Okay, look at this. Okay, there are people walking around watching me. But I cannot care. I cannot care. I am so tired. But what I will do is I will stop here and hopefully you all will get it. Like when you look at my YouTube channel, remember the top one is the latest one that I put down. So if you really want to catch up with Pieces of Joy, start from the bottom. I want to thank so many people. I want to thank God for being God all by himself. I want to thank God for letting me know that no matter what, Joy, you are going to be the fuck alright. And that some days, I realize there's different levels of crying. Some days I can just cry tears just thinking about some of the stuff I said, I've gone through and how I felt. And sometimes I cry like my very soul is breaking. And those are the cleansing tears. I'm going to be committed to Pieces of Joy YouTube channel. I thank God. I thank people like Ayana Van Zandt, who has been there, grown, fallen. I can remember reading her book. Yesterday I cried. And it changed my whole perspective on the guilt and shame that I carry with my son. I'm not an avid reader. You know, I take audio over reading. But I can remember reading Pieces of Value in the Valley. And how there are really values in the whole. When you're in the darkness, there's something to be learned. And you can come out of the darkness, but you can go back until you get the lesson. You know, until we're able to call a thing, people. Okay? So my thing is that I have to get on here and tell you the gutter. Okay? The gutter truth. And it is not easy. And I have to raise my acceptance and lower my expectations. Because what that means is I can't expect to be able to talk about all the nasty shit that I'm going through, and you may have been going through the same thing years ago, and I would expect for you to share these things with me. So when I find out that you have some experience in what I'm going through and you just sat there and listened to all my shit, my acceptance is all fucked up. So what I'm going to learn to do is raise my expectations and lower my acceptance. I want to thank you, Oprah, for making talk shows more than just about the latest, greatest shoe. You know, so many people I want to thank. I watched Pharrell the other day, and I could feel his heart as he watched his song be sung amongst the world. And I want to thank God for beginning to show me that I can live and be the best, greatest joy I can be. Because I'm so much better than what I used to think I am. So, with that, I'm going to say, it's swell getting well. See you on the other side. Make it a great one, everybody.